Hello everyone, in this video we are just going to interface shift register IC74HC595 with our Arduino Uno, and then we are just going to build LED chaser with the help of shift register in our Arduino Uno development board. Let's get started. So you can see this shift register 74HC595 is basically a serial in parallel out converter. That is nothing but if you give a 8-bit serial data as an input through the serial port of this IC, that data will be converted into parallel data, 8-bit parallel data, and then that will be provided in the output pins of this shift register. That is these pins starting from QA to QH. So in this port we will get the output that we give as a serial input to this IC as a parallel output. So in this port we will get the parallel output data equivalent to the serial input data that we give through the SPI port of this shift register IC. So this is the simplest working explanation of this IC, and these kinds of shift registers are most widely useful for driving 7-segment displays and multiplexing 7-segment displays, and also for driving dot matrix displays, and also for multiplexing the dot matrix LED displays. And here we can see the pinouts of this IC. So we are having an output parallel port starting from QA, which is the 0th bit, QB is the first bit, QC is the second bit, QD is the third bit, QE is the 4th bit, QF is the 5th bit, QG is the 6th bit, and finally QH is the 7th bit. And we are having a QH bar right over here in the pin number 9, and this pin will act as a serial output pin for cascading the shift register IC. And now we are not going to use or cascade any of the shift register IC, so we will not be using this pin. We will be leaving this pin in ideal state. And nextly you can see this is the VCC. We are just going to power up this IC with the 5-volt signal, that is the 16th pin, and then we are just going to connect the ground of this pin, that is the pin number 8, to the ground of Arduino Uno. And finally these are the communication lines available in this pin. This IC will communicate with the microcontroller with the help of SPI communication, that is nothing but serial peripheral interface communication. So this SCR is the data in pin for this shift register IC, and this OE bar is nothing but the output enable pin. So this is the active low pin. So for enabling the outputs from QA to QH, you just want to connect ground to this OE bar pin for activating the outputs. And after the OE pin, you can see this R clock pin, which is the slave select pin or chip select pin for this IC. For passing the data to this serial port of this shift register IC, you just want to maintain this pin in low state. So that we will see in the programming part. And next you can see the pin number 11, that is the SR clock, which is the serial clock. So we will be connecting the S clock pin from the SPI port of the microcontroller to this pin for providing the clock for the communication. And further we will not be using these two pins, that is the pin 9 and 10, and this is enough for passing the data, that is SCR, S clock and R clock. R clock is nothing but slave select or chip select pin for the SPI communication. So you could have learned about the SPI communication functionality and working and modes in the previous lecture of SPI communication working explained. And now in this lecture we are just going to demonstrate that communication with the help of this IC. So I'm just going to open the Arduino IDE. So initially I just want to find the SPI pinouts of the microcontroller available in my Arduino Uno development board by default. So here you can see by default we are having a SPI port in this Arduino Uno development board that is connected to pin number 11, 12 and 13. So pin number 13, that is the digital pin 13, is the S clock, and pin number 12 is the master in slave out, which is the input pin of the SPI communication, and pin number 11 is nothing but the master out slave in, that is the MOSI pin, which acts as the output pin for the SPI communication. In addition to that, we are just going to configure this OR clock pin, that is the slave select or chip select pin, as an output. So I'm just going to add one more pin which will act as a chip select pin in SPI communication. So I'm just going to configure this digital pin 10 as output. Other than that, I will be configuring this pin number 10 as output. We need not configure all these pin number 13, 12 and 11 because they are by default allocated for the SPI communication in this microcontroller. We just want to use the SPI header, that is as include of SPI.h. So if you include this library, the essentials of the serial peripheral interface will be automatically allocated by the microcontroller. That is, these pins will be configured automatically for the SPI communication. And coming over to the void setup, I am just going to set the pin mode of the digital pin 10 as output, and after that I am just going to begin the SPI communication. So SPI.begin, this will start the SPI communication. Since we are connecting the SPI lines of the Arduino Uno development board to the shift register, we are just simply starting the SPI communication. And after this I am just giving a small delay of 1 second. And finally coming into the, I'm just going to write a logic for transmitting two different datas to the port of the shift register. So come to the dataset of the shift register. Here you can see the process is simple. This clock will be provided by the master, that is the microcontroller, SPI master. So as per this clock, when you pass on the data corresponding to this clock, that data will be directly fed to the Q port of the shift register. So you just want to pass the data, that is the 1 byte of data, directly to the SPI port, so that that data will be directly converted into parallel output, and that will be returned to the output port of the shift register. Let us see. The procedure is simple. We just want to initially make the digital pin 10 as low because this is a chip select pin. So for transmitting any data, you just want to make this pin low, and after transmitting you can make this pin high. And using the SPI dot write, you can pass a byte of data in the SPI bus of the microcontroller. So I am just going to pass 0x80, and after that I am just going to make the chip select pin high. So digital pin 10 is the chip select pin. Now you can see that's all about the logic. I'm just going to give a delay here also at the end. Now the data 0x80 will be passed on to the shift register, and this data 0x80, 1 byte of data, will be directly returned to the 8-bit port available in the shift register. And after 1 second, again the data 0x01 will be returned to the port of the shift register. And after 1 second, this process continues, and both the datas 0x80 and 0x01 will be simultaneously returned to the ports of the 74HC595 shift register with a time interval of 1 second. This is the logic. So let me explain what is this 0x80. So I hope you remember the conversion from hexadecimal to binary. So let's assume that the data is 0x80. So for converting this data into binary, we just used several steps, right? So we will split the data into MSB and LSB. MSB is nothing but 8 and LSB is nothing but 0. So 8 in hexadecimal is equivalent to 1000 in binary. So 1000, 0 in hexadecimal is 0000. So 0000 is undisturbed. Now you can see the bit 7, that is the Q7, or QH of the shift register will be lighted up when you pass the data 0x80. And I hope you remember this conversion. I have already taught you clearly about the hexadecimal to binary conversion and binary to hexadecimal conversion in the beginning stage of the course. Since we are using these conversions here in this lecture, I have already taught you this in the beginning lecture. So now what happens is, when you pass the data 0x80, the Q7 or QH bit that is available right over here, that is the 7th bit. As I said, 7th bit is QH. QH output of the shift register will be turned on and all the other outputs will be turned off. And when I write the data 0x01, when I convert this into binary, you can see I get 0000 for 0 MSB data and 0001 for 1 LSB data. So now you can see I will get the 0th bit lighted. So 0th bit is nothing but, in our shift register, QA or Q0 will be lighted up and all the other pins will be turned off. So this is the logic. QA will be lighted up and after 1 second QH will be lighted up. All the other pins will be turned off during this process. This is the logic that we have written. Now I am just going to upload the sketch to the Arduino Uno development board. Sorry, I just made a mistake, that this is not a write, this is actually a transfer function. The function name is transfer. So now I'm just going to upload the sketch to the Arduino Uno development board. So this transfer function is useful for writing a byte of data in the SPI bus of the microcontroller. It is not write function. So this transfer function in the SPI library is useful for writing a byte of data or 8 bits of data directly to the SPI bus of the microcontroller. And that's it about the programming part, and I'm going to compile the sketch with the tick icon over here. And now, sorry for the inconvenience that I am not going to demonstrate this project in the hardware, but now instead I am just going to demonstrate this program in the Proteus simulation software. I have already shown you how to add the Arduino library to the Proteus 8 Professional in the beginning lectures of this course. So now I am just going to demonstrate this program in the Proteus 8 Professional. I am opening the Proteus 8 Professional. Now click on this P icon and search for Arduino. Select this Uno, and one more component that we require is resistor, RES. Click on OK. Now place the microcontroller over here and the resistor over here. And additionally, we want the IC 74HC595. So this is the shift register IC that we are going to interface with the Arduino Uno. I am placing that, and I am connecting the MR pin to the 10 kilo ohms resistor, and the other end of this resistor I am just going to connect it to the power rail. And regarding this OE, I am just going to ground this line. And here you can see this pin SHCP is the clock pin. So I will be connecting this 13th pin, that is digital pin 13, which is the clock pin of the SPI peripheral in the microcontroller, to this SHCP. And then regarding this DS is the serial input, which I am going to connect it to the MOSI pin of the microcontroller, that is the digital pin 11. And this is the chip select pin STCP. So we defined the chip select pin to be slave select pin to be digital pin 10. So as per our program, we are passing two different kinds of data again and again with a time interval of 1 second for each data, right? So here we are passing 0x80 first, and after 1 second we are passing 0x01. So after this 0 1, again a 1 second delay is given. So this process continues. So 0x80 and 0x01 will be transmitted again and again at an interval of 1 second. So what happens is, this is the 0th bit, that is Q0, Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4, Q5, Q6 and Q7. This Q7 bar, that is the 9th pin, is useful for cascading the shift registers. So we will not be using that now. In future lectures, I will be teaching you how you can cascade this shift registers. So what happens is, 0x80 will be passed to these parallel lines. So this Q7 will be made high. Along with this Q7 bar will be also made high. So you don't need to worry about that. We are just making the Q7 bit high by passing 0x80. And when you pass 0x01, this 0th bit will be only high and all the other bits will be 0. So Q0 will be high and all the other bits will be low. And when you pass 0x80, this Q7 will be high and all the other bits will be low. That I will explain later. Now, to find the hex file, you just want to go to the file location shown right over here, that is this location. C users admin app data and until this Arduino build folder. So go to the my computer, C drive and click on here and paste the link that you copied in the Arduino IDE and click on enter. And here you can find the hex file. So load this hex file to the project right over here. Click on this and go to the respective folder which I showed you. Select the hex file and click on open. Click on OK. Now the hex file has been loaded. Now when I play the simulation, you can see 0x80 has been passed, Q7 is high, and 0x01 has been passed, Q0 is high. So this operation continues as per our logic written in the program. So in this manner, you can use the shift register as a serial to parallel converter for extending the ports of the microcontroller. So now I am just going to build the LED chaser using the shift register. I'm just going to type a few more lines. I'm going to pass 0x40 next to the 80, 20 next to the 40 and 10 next to the 20, and similarly I will be passing 3 more bits, 3 more bytes, that is 0x08, 0x04, 0x02 and finally 0x01, which I have already passed. So here you can see I am producing delay for each of the cycle under milliseconds. Now you can see I have written the program. Now I will try to explain you the data that I am passing. So 0x80, as I said before, 0x80 is nothing but 10000000 in binary. So the 7th bit or the Q7 in our shift register will be lighted up and all the other bits will be turned off. And now secondly, we are just going to pass the data 0x40. So coming to the conversion, 0x40 is nothing but 01000000. So this time the Q6 output will be high and all the other outputs will be low. And suddenly after 100 millisecond, again we are passing 0x20. So 20 is nothing but 00100000. So as per the table you can see 0010 is 2 and 0000 is 0. So now you can see the Q5 output of the shift register is high, and after again 100 millisecond we are passing 0x10. 0x10 is nothing but 00010000. So 1 is nothing but 0001 and 0 is 0000. And now you can see the output Q4 of the shift register is turned on and all the other outputs are turned off. And nextly after again 100 milliseconds we are just going to pass the byte 0x08. So 0x08 in hexadecimal can be represented as, so the MSB bits are 0, so I will write 0000 right over here, and the 8 in the LSB will fetch me the data 1000. So 1000 means the Q3 output will be turned on and all the other outputs will be turned off. And again after 100 millisecond we are just going to pass the 0x04 as the byte. Now 0x04. So now you can see 0 is available in the MSB, so this 0 remains in the MSB data, and here 4 means as per the table 4 is equivalent to 0100. So 0100. Now you can see the Q2 output is high and all the other outputs are low. So in this manner, nextly if I write 0x02, I will get 00000010, which will turn on the Q1 and all the other pins low. And after finally when I pass the data 0x01, this will turn on the Q0 and all the other pins low. So this is a program for building a LED chaser with the help of shift register port. So we are passing the data required for turning on 1 bit at a time in the shift register, that is starting from bit 7 till the bit 0. So here you can see the Q7 pin will be high when you pass the 0x80, and it will be high for 100 millisecond. Again when you pass the 0x40, Q6 will be high. Again after that if you pass 0x20, Q5 will be high, and when you pass 10, Q4 will be high. And when you pass 0x08, Q3 will be high, and 04 will make the Q2 high, 02 will make the Q1 high, and finally 0x01 will make the Q0 high. Again the process continues from here, and the LEDs or the pins in the shift registers will be toggling one after the other as per this logic. So I am opening the Proteus. So as I said, this is an LED chaser circuit. So I am just going to connect LEDs to all these output pins of the shift register. So type in LED in the pick devices tab and select any of the LEDs available over here. I am just going to select the yellow LED. I am just placing it. I am just going to place 8 LEDs one after the other. And regarding the cathode of the LEDs, I am just going to connect all the cathodes to the ground, common ground. I am just going to compile the sketch. I forgot to compile the sketch. You can see the LED chaser using shift register is working fine. So in this manner, you can use the shift registers for interfacing 7-segment displays, LED displays, etc. And in the future lectures, I will be teaching you many concepts based on the shift registers. See you in the next lecture. Thanks for watching.